Hi, everyone. Are you feeling the love today? Ow! You know, She Talks Asia, this is a fantastic platform for all of us to share this dialogue, for all of us to just evolve and vibrate higher. So I hope that today that you'll go home and pass it with your own barkada, your family, what you have heard today, and just have that nice ripple effect in your own communities. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, our topic today will be about love, relationships. So for those of you who may not know, my aking asawa, my spouse, she's a beautiful trans woman. Her name is Angie Mead King. We celebrated our 13th anniversary last month. She went snowboarding Japan. I went to Singapore and did Captain Marvel. But we eventually did have dinner together. So we joined Close-Up's hashtag FreeToLove movement, and we felt that this was a wonderful platform to also share our story with everyone, share a little bit of our own trials and tribulations with everyone. Because when Ange did come out, the immense energy of appreciation and love was something that we had to share back with all of you, and I feel like it affected people in such a positive way, and I feel like if we all join the same positive train, so much good can happen from that. And with Close-Up's movement of FreeToLove, we felt that this was just a wonderful brand to be with. I mean, they've been around for 50 years. They know their thing. And they've also experienced that love does come in so many forms, but they've also realized that love, you know, it's universal. It can bring together different communities, different worlds, different cultures, but yet love also receives such resistance when celebrating such a beautiful thing. So, like, why is that? Why has it only transcended just a little bit? Why do we still have all that old school way of looking at things, you know, with a little bit of judgment and prejudice? Why is that still happening? So Ange and I are very proud to be part of Close-Up's FreeToLove movement because they celebrate you. They celebrate love, diversity, no matter what gender, what race, what religion, what age, what social status, whatever your keme is, as long as you are consenting adults that love one another and it is an honest love, Close-Up celebrates with you all. So I have on our panel today wonderful couples who are willing to share with us their stories to everyone. So I'd love everyone to give them a warm welcome. Filmmaker Quark Henares and recording artist Bianca Yuzon. And the founders of Lit Lab Studio, please welcome Patrick Martin and Carlo Bautista. Take a seat, guys. Hello again.
Hey. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Can I get a whoop whoop?
Woo-woo! What up? We're talking about love today. The energy in this room is very, very beautiful. They're very forgiving. So we're so swear-to today. You know, sometimes as a host, when you host like corporate shows, they're just like, oh, okay, pull up. These guys, no, we're taking advantage of you all today. Yes.
They're into it, yeah.
So I have questions.
Let's
do it, guys. So you're
we
willing
have
to
answers,
share?
and we have questions for you.
I'm totally down.
All right.
Let's do it. So my first question is actually to you, Quark, and to Bianca. So conversation started for the host. It says, love is blind. A research study in 2004 by University College London found that feelings of love suppress the activity of the areas of the brain that control critical thought and showed reduced levels of activity in the systems necessary for making negative judgments. So everything's so good when you're in love then. So sometimes you make some really silly decisions when you're in love. Okay, that's done. For Quark and Bianca, describe the first time you met and how you knew you were attracted to each other. How did you manage to get along despite the age gap? How big is the age gap, Ba?
It's 10 years.
11,
It's nothing.
10. 10
11,
years.
no, it's
You're
now,
like 10 years, it's nothing. She's 10.
11's
no,
a
it's
lucky
10
number.
and 9 months, I guess.
Right.
So
If you round it up, it doesn't matter. Right. So do you want to start?
I just saw her during a buffet.
We were at the Halo Halo station, to be exact, because food plays a big role in our relationship. And And then
And
Halo
then-
Halo Station where? Like, where is this Halo Halo Station?
sorry, it's
City Club.
Okay.
yeah.
And then she was talking to my little cousin.
Okay.
So it's like, uy.
So
And then
it's
she
a
had blue
family
hair.
gathering?
I'm like,
Like,
yeah, it was like it
Christmas
was
office thing.
yeah.
or-
So well, no,
Yeah.
and then so it's like, ooh, this girl, because she had a blue streak. So I was like, oh, this girl looks cool. I'm gonna chat her up. And then so I went, and then they were
what if
talking
she had a
about.
pink streak?
I don't know.
No, maybe
Well,
not.
oh, yeah,
Blue,
we're not.
blue,
we're
okay,
not-
no.
Yeah, very color, color specific. But they were talking about Attack on Titan, which I had
My
no
favorite
idea.
anime.
Yeah.
And he knew nothing about it, right? All he could say was, "Oh yeah, I work for at the time a company that streamed that show." And I was like, "Okay." But then after a while, his cousin left, and we were just talking, and we found out we had studied in the same school, New York Film Academy. Obviously, different years, but then that was a good start because it was like, "Oh, film,
Obviously,
you're into film.
different years.
I'm into music." And then I found out he directed my favorite Pinoy music video ever, which is Sandwiches Procrastinator. And I was
So,
like,
Wow.
so yeah, my plus
Good,
points.
All right.
Like,
I
yeah, I'll
directed
cast you.
that.
No.
and then from there it kind of just flowed, I guess.
Okay. And how long ago was this?
This was Christmas of
15,
15.
16? I'm really
Maybe,
bad with numbers.
2016.
Right.
Numbers
It's
really
a-
don't matter to you
Yes.
both at
I
all.
know,
Yeah.
Age is just a gap. So right? So, and then no, but we were like talking the whole night, and I remember my cousin, like even was like winking at us. Kind of got
Right.
awkward. So it kind of got awkward. So we were like, oh well, yeah, I'll get your email.
Yeah, I was very formal because I knew he was a director, so I was like, I will send you my portfolio and my reel, and then I sent it to him, and I was like, the following are my compositions. So it was very, and then he was like, I'm DJing later tonight at Black Market, wanna come? And I was like, no.
Okay ba yung mga yung mga come on.
I was like, what a cool dude.
Pulling out all the stops Yeah, I'm DJing. Titong tito. I'll cast you in my No, but no.
I was like, maybe
Here's my
not.
vinyl.
Yeah, I'm vinyl only. No, but
She's like, vinyl? What's that? What's vinyl?
but yeah, so we super got along because I'm immature and she's very mature. So yeah, despite the age gap, we super got along, and maybe like 3 months later we started dating.
3 months later, not
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah, because I was also very like apparently no, but we had met when you were
What's
16.
happening? Okay.
Yeah, when
Oh,
see,
right.
but I
we
didn't
had-
remember that.
We had this one conversation. It went something like this, one sentence. I was like, hey, I heard you have a band. I have a band too. It's an emo band. And then we never talked.
And
That was
like this
it,
girl is 16, whatever. Like yeah, cool.
I wasn't
See,
trying
suddenly-
anything. Dude, I was just trying to be friendly.
Okay, yeah.
Musician
Okay.
to musician. So, and then one of our first dates was actually at that close-up music festival. And then we were
yeah,
able to
yeah.
really like express ourselves and just rage. And just, I was like, I like this guy. He can keep up. And like,
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
So yeah, close up actually does play a very important part. Now that you bring it up, no?
And are you guys engaged? Is that like,
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Congratulations.
So yeah, well, it's not a secret, but we are getting married actually in 2 days.
In May.
Like the day after tomorrow. Oh yeah, well yeah, May, but
May.
but legally, yeah.
Yeah, the church wedding. It's a
Yeah,
lot of paperwork. Maybe that's why I'm
Yeah,
just
so the
stressed
paperwork
because I'm
wedding.
dealing with the paperwork. Okay,
Yeah.
but I love you.
And then
so-
May is like our wedding.
Hashtag free to love.
Free to love, yes.
Wonderful. I will have more questions for you, but
Okay.
now next I have for Patrick and for Carlo. Okay. Can you kindly share with us your journey to self-discovery and how your relationship came to be?
Okay, so hi everyone. So this is gonna be quite long. No, but I won't take up all the time for short our segment. But yeah, so I have more struggles in terms of dealing of who I am as a person compared to him because his journey was a little more smooth sailing. So when I was in high school, that was the time when I found out that maybe I really like boys more than girls. So when I was in high school, I was all out. I was in a volleyball varsity and all. And there was sort of a peer pressure also within the group, within the varsity, like, we also have to be part of us, like, you have to be one of us. So I was there. And I was happy. But then, when my mom found out about it, she was like, but you're still gonna have a girlfriend in the future, right? You can still change, right? So, during our 4th-year retreat in Batangas, we had an opportunity to talk to our parents, and I was on the podium, and I told her, "Hi, Mom, whatever it is or whoever I am, now I'm gonna make sure that in the future I will make you proud." And that was the time wherein she started to like realize na, oh, maybe he's really that. But then, of course, because of the pressure from the society, she was still like, no, but you can still change, right? So it was a struggle for me. So during university times, for 4 years, I had a girlfriend. I loved her so much. It was a long-distance relationship. I loved her so much. So I flew back and forth to Italy. But then, during my 4th year, that was the time I realized that this is really not for me. I was trying to please my parents. I was trying to please my family. But this is really not for me. So that was the time I broke up with my girlfriend. And I discovered to myself that this is who I am. I have to embrace it. I don't need to please anybody because I need to be free. I need to be happy with who I am. And then fast forward to 2 years after that, I met Carlo. And then,
Wow.
so we were in a ball, and then I saw this guy.
It's just a party.
It's a party.
We're not wearing gowns or anything.
Yeah. We don't wear gowns, grabe.
Was it
I
like a
can, I
Cinderella
want to
ball or
sometimes,
whatever?
but
Just keep it low. Keep it low.
yeah, let's keep it low. So I'm not the type who approaches anyone in a bar, but then I saw him and I'm like, there's something about this guy. He was wearing a crisp white shirt and he was so formal. Like, no, he's so formal. And then, but I was too shy. So I searched the hashtag of the party and I was looking for him on Instagram. So
Stalker.
Stalker mode. But I'm a go-getter. If I
you
want
watched
something,
you, that's it.
if I want something, I would really do my best to get it. So I searched the hashtag, and I saw a friend of him posted a photo of them, and he was tagged in the photo. So I followed him. He's a very private person, so he didn't follow me back. So it was still request
I mean,
mode.
I didn't know you. Why
Yeah.
would I follow you
So-
back?
I thought my profile photo was cute enough. So after requesting, I was waiting, shit, something needs to happen. He's not following back, he's not accepting my request. So the next day, he accepted it, but he didn't follow me back. I was like, oh my God, don't make this too hard for
I
me.
mean, you can watch, but you can't touch.
Wow. Hard to get.
So he posted a photo on Instagram. It was a photo of Hachiko, and I liked it. And then he followed me back. But then there was no conversation after that. I thought it was like, when he followed me back, I thought it was like, whoa, home run enough for me. I'm so close to where I want to be. But then we didn't message. So that time, I was not very open to the concept of social dating apps. But then I was like, I think this is my last straw. I need to try. So I downloaded this social dating app. And I was swiping left for 2 hours. And then I found him. So I swiped right.
So you were just looking for Carlo?
Yeah, I was just looking for him.
Wala ka na oy, cute din to ha?
No. Eyes on the prize. Okay?
So,
Dedication,
yeah,
man.
that-
So I was swiping. When I saw him, I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is the moment. So I swiped right. The moment I swiped right, lo and behold, it's a match. So, but my main insight that time was like, oh, he's pretty active, huh? But anyway, so after swiping right, we started messaging. He asked me out for coffee. I was like, oh, I don't drink coffee. And then he asked me out for tea. So I was like, oh, maybe let's just do fish balls. So we did fish balls in UP because that's his university. And
Yeah. I mean, so that it's different. And I love UP. It's one of the, it's the place where I found self-discovery because just quick background. I grew up in a full Catholic school, and from grade school to high school, and then UP is like you're free to be who you really are. It's like no one knows you. It's the time for you to actually be who you want to be. And people are so accepting. People come from different religions, from different walks of life, from different upbringing. So I decided, okay, so I'm gonna be who I really am. And so when that point came where like, oh, where are we gonna have our first meetup or date? Then, okay, maybe UP, then fishballs are perfect. I missed the university. And so then that's just where we sat by Sunken Garden, talked a lot about life, business, our dreams, and that's where everything started.
It flourished.
In the sunken garden, it grew.
I know.
That's beautiful. Well, my next question is about your families. Like, how did they react? How were you able to introduce Carlo to your family and Patrick to your family? Was that even a situation?
Yeah, it was very awkward when Patrick introduced me to his family because I just visited him. I was in his room, and casually his mom entered and said hi. And then Patrick introduced me and said, "Oh, mom, this is Carlo. Siya yung dinedate ko." And it's like, no, what's happening? It's like, I wasn't ready for that. I mean, I was introduced first as a friend, and now I'm the one who is seeing.
To establish that, because I've been telling my mom, I've been dating this person who's driving a white car. And whenever he comes to our house, my mom always sees that he's driving a white car. And my mom was like, siya ba yun? But then, during that time, she was caught off guard. And I think it was the right moment for me to tell her that, Ma, I'm dating this person. And we're together, and I love him. She started crying. So she brought me to the restroom, and she was like, "Anak, sure ka ba?" Like, I was like, 100%. No, sure ka ba? And gusto ko magkaapo, ganyan, and a lot of things. But then, so moving forward, so it was a battle for me to let my family understand who I am as a person because my family is very traditional. So it came to a point where during the second year or third year of our relationship, I had to invite my parents for a dinner in the house. And then, okay, I told them, I'm your son, you're my parents, I love you guys so much, you love me too. This is a teamwork. Let's make each other understand each other. I'll do my best to let you understand who I am. And please please give me like, kahit konting respect muna if you cannot understand it at this point. So it was a constant struggle. It was a series of dinners. We were shouting over dinner. I was really fighting for who I am. But then again, at the end of the day, the goal is we love each other and we have to work on this together. Eventually, they were able to accept it, but I cannot say that it fully accepted. There were still some restrictions. Like my mom told me the last time we talked about this is that she doesn't want me to be like another person. Like she doesn't want me to dress up as a girl or what. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm not the type who would dress like that every day, but sometimes I wish I can. But I wish I can join RuPaul sometimes. But yeah, it's really a matter of fighting for my freedom because I really want to be happy, and I also want them to be happy with who I am as a person because we have to reciprocate the love and the respect for each other.
I congratulate you. That's
Thank you.
determination. Get in your guy and get in your family, at least in a neutral arena for everyone. Like you were able to gather at least the respect. Not everyone has to agree, but at least everyone can listen. And I think that's a great starting point for anybody. I mean, it's hard when it comes to parents. I think it's something they have dreams for all of their kids, and they feel like some of the dreams are thwarted when actually no, yeah, the dreams are just soaring higher. It's your chance as the next generation to open, a mind or open the eyes to something even more brighter. Don't be stuck in one area. There's just so much more than just this area.
So true.
That's true. Yeah. For Carla, did you have any similar experience with your family?
Yeah, I came out college. It was by accident. I won't go into details, but
Go into details.
no. So anyway, so my mom found out. Then she asked my brothers to talk to me because she didn't have the heart to talk to me yet at that time, and she was confused. So my brother talked to me and said, "So what's this? Are you seeing someone? Who's the person on your phone? You're saying I love you too, things like that." It's like, "Oh, that's my best friend, Kay," something like that. It's like, no. It's like, okay. Anyway, they found out that it was actually a guy. It was my ex-boyfriend then, and that's how I came out to my brother. And then my brother was, to my surprise, he said, "You know what? I love you for who you are. You are my brother. If there's someone you should be talking to regarding this, it should be me, because I deal with lots of different kinds of people, and I love you." And I think it really comes from there. That's where you start really feeling very good about who you are, when your closest people, the people closest to you, share the love or express the love towards yourself. And then I talked to my mom that same afternoon. And of course, when I told her, this is how it is, this is who I am, she started crying. And she started like praying. It's like asking me to pray and keep on praying for. I told her, you know that I do that. I do pray, but this is not something that. This is not wrong. This is not something that you should be ashamed of. This is not. I am not ashamed of it. Don't think that. I don't care what other people would say. I don't care what probably our other relatives would say. What's important to me is that you accept me because you are my family. I love you, and it's important to me that you love me back for who I am. So it wasn't very easy. I mean, I do understand. It wasn't very easy for them to understand and accept me at first. And that's the same thing that we always say to some of our friends who are dealing with the same situation. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a constant. I wouldn't say battle, but it's a constant action for you as an individual to make people understand and make people accept that this is normal. Mm-hmm. I may be different, but it is not abnormal. It's just different. It's just a different form of love. It's just a different form of a human being. But we are all, after all, a human being.
And we're all free to love.
I love that. That's very powerful.
Thank you. It's actually my first time to share my personal story publicly. I mean, my Instagram is still private.
That's why his Instagram is private. I appreciate your honesty and vulnerability. This is a wonderful place to share it right here. So we're moving on to social media and what social judgment and prejudice.
Wait, we want to know about you.
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
You're my guest. Answer my question.
Who wants to know about Joey?
Wait, my next question. Wait.
The crowd has spoken.
Yeah.
No, but
What would you like to know?
Was there resistance on your family, on the Mead family? Because on the side, because let's ask the tough questions, girl.
It's actually it's actually sad. I had no one from my immediate family reach out to me. Yeah, my family are my friends. I mean, I was independent at 15 years old. I left. I had dreams of becoming a journalist, so I guess like the black sheep of the family. I was already very independent. So actually, it was kind of sad that when Ange came out, there was none of my half brothers or sisters. Nobody, no one said anything. But it's okay. I don't need their, I don't need their validation because I validate me. So I was. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Agreed.
So, but yeah, nothing from the Mead family, but a whole big amount from the King side. So that's a lot. There's a lot of them. So, and I'm happy. And my immediate friends, that's more than enough. And everyone I meet, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Thanks, Quark. Is that your only question?
Yeah.
For now.
Will you answer my next one now? Okay. It says time for Q&A. Oh. Okay, do anyone have any questions for my panel or for me? Yeah, we're totally open to it. I guess the mic is for anyone. Yeah, ask us questions. Anybody? Or I'm going to continue with my next one. Yeah? Yeah, let's go for it. Let me continue with the next one. Okay, so let's see. Now, from Close-Up's white paper study, one of the findings was that 53% of youth fear discrimination, judgment, or public shame when in an unconventional relationship. Now, for our couples, have societal standards and pressure shown as an obstacle for you before when it comes to imaging or your career choices, and how have you dealt with it in the past? Quark.
I mean, when people do talk about our relationship, they always seem to want to point out that there's a 10-year age gap.
Yeah.
There was a ABS article, diba? Parang, despite their 10-year age gap.
Are you serious?
I guess they're always looking for sensationalism,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even
We
though
just wanna
mukha akong
say-
bagets and
There's so
wow,
much
no one
more.
clapped. Yes,
Support,
thank you.
support. Yay! Yeah, and we just want to say there's so much more to us. We're
yeah.
fun. I believe we're fun.
Yeah,
And
so-
there are many other facets to us, but they're always just because this guy's from this batch and this girl's from...
Yeah,
It's
no.
just-
So
So it can't work out. You guys are different batches.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but again, you guys, it's what matters. Someone is diba? The friends, like the people who
Yeah.
matter to you,
Yeah.
right? And how they. And I think knowing Bianca's friends, I've become so close to them, and same thing with my friends, and so it really doesn't matter. I mean, we've always not really been into that whole showbiz or social media influencing world. So
Bianca, how about with your family? Were there anything from your family that said, "Oh, wait, talking about the age gap"? Did you have any of that?
Right, it's funny that you mentioned that because, we all have titas of Manila.
Yeah.
And they're all very well-meaning. And when they found out, when it came out that, we started dating, it's just he's got all this history and all this
What's his
baggage.
history?
All these exes and his family's got drama.
Teka lang.
His family's got drama. And you know what I said? I was like, tita, my family's got drama. And I'm not going to hide that fact. Everybody has skeletons in their closet or shadows or things you carry from the past. Everybody, doesn't matter who you are. But I feel that's what's so beautiful about a relationship, because you come and you bare your soul, bring it all to the table, and you have someone to work through those things with. And the nice thing is we never hid those things from each other. And then they were also like, what you guys have to relate about, he's very into pop culture, film, music. He knows so much. But I said, I take it as kind of a free education. I'm one to learn. When I hang out with him and his cool
Teacher.
film critic friends, no, really, we'll go watch a movie, and then they'll tell me all these facts about the directors and the cinematography, and I'm just like, that's amazing. And I'm just taking notes, and I love it. It's great. I feel like we learn from each other. He learns things from me too, like about cats and things.
I love cats now.
Oh, yay! Crazy cat person. How many cats do you have?
We have one. His name is Sunny Jim. He's a film critic at Sunny Jim Art Cat. Sorry.
That's great.
No, but I bought her, because she always wanted a cat for her birthday, so I bought her a cat, which has 3 or 4 dogs. Yeah. So I had to keep the cat. So now I'm totally a cat person. Despite.
Cat dad.
Yay for the cat people. For Patrick, for Carlo, were there any social media judgments that you received? Well, yours is private. So for you, Pat, were there any social media things that you felt were negative when it came to your relationship, or was it positive?
It was very positive, to be honest. And it was during this time, it was last year, after watching Call Me By Your Name, if you're familiar with that, with Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer. After watching that, I felt so sad that some people are experiencing that for sure at this very moment, because that movie was set in the 80s, I think. And for sure, a lot of people are feeling that, are going through that. So after that, that was a turning point for me, and I decided, okay, maybe I can use social media as a platform for me to share our story and empower others as well. So I shared our story, because me and Carlo, we travel a lot. And I was just saying that we're this happy because we're free with who we are as a person. And it was a series of stories. It was very long, like 15 stories. And people watched it, surprisingly. And I was just sharing photos and videos. And towards the end, my message was to you, if you feel like you're not heard, or if you feel like you need someone to talk to me, talk to a friend, or talk to someone who you think can understand you. And after that, the message was, and to you who's still stuck in the 80s, who still thinks that what we're doing is wrong, I love you, I respect you, but I'm really praying for the time to come for you to be able to respect who we are and eventually love who we are as a part of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, I took a nap because I was so sad. Like, I took an hour nap, and when I woke up, I was telling Carlo, this is crazy. I have hundreds of messages from people who I don't know. And people started confessing, and it took me 4 days to reply to each and every one of them, because I wanted all of my response to be personal, and I want to address the problem if it's related to my problem, to my experience. And after that, people have been sharing about their stories to me, their coming out stories, their struggles. Some of them pa nga are suicidal. Like 5, 6 of them were suicidal. And some of them are updating me up to this year, telling me that, hey, I came out to my mom already, and this is what happened. So social media is so powerful, and if you use it in the right way, it can lead you to many good things.
You also mentioned when it comes to the 80s, or basically old school way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I mentioned to them earlier how it's disgruntling when you hear the word, it's so sayang, you're so sayang. Where did that come from? I want to know why do some of the, not older generation per se, but the old way of thinking, of judgment, of like, oh, it shouldn't be, you won't be able to have kids, you won't be able to do all these things, when you can. You can still all do
Yeah,
the
you definitely can. Like,
Yes.
have kids. I mean, we want to have kids, and there are ways.
Soon, maybe.
Caught off guard.
I don't think Holly was expecting that, yeah.
Yeah, but where was I?
We
Still
weren't talking
Daytona.
about kids yet, but everything,
Okay.
yeah, is
Oh
attainable.
yeah, about the word sayang. People, when, of course, I mean, your friends or people you meet, they mean well when they say sayang, because probably they think, oh, you're good looking, you're a good catch, blah blah blah. But
You
then,
are.
No, you.
I love you guys.
He always gets that, not me. But then again, I mean, there's really no sayang. I believe that there's really one perfect person for you in this world. Like, whoever you are, whatever you look like, however you act, whatever your attitude may be, there's always one perfect person for you. And you just have to meet that person, or maybe make that person perfect for you. You don't necessarily meet the perfect person, but you make that person perfect for you. Because, I mean, that's really how things are. I think we should not, parang, wag natin masyadong romanticize yung Prince Charming or the beautiful princess. I mean, you can make anyone your Prince Charming. You can make anyone your girl of your dreams. It's really up to you.
I was saying to them earlier before you guys arrived, I was trying to pinpoint, where did this sayang come from? Why do people feel so disheartened? And I was thinking, does it go back to the storytelling books when they have born boy, born girl, and then they live happily ever after and live in a castle and stuff? Or the woman gets rescued, you know? And I think it's that ideology that's still stuck, that this is how relationships should be, that you should be saved. And I don't agree with that. I really think that it's time to adjust this way of thinking, which I really do see. I've been experiencing myself in many communities I speak to. A lot of people just get it, especially the millennials, just totally get it. Wala kayong pake. You're just like, I'm so happy for you, and really mean it. It's just different. Maybe an older generation gets a harder time. Example, when Ange and I have our family gatherings, some of the titos still call her by Ian. It's just like, oh God, here we go. But they don't really think about it. We positively looking at it, they love her very much, whatever her expression is. They're just maybe not used to changing the dialogue, that's all. But with millennials, no problem. It's Angie right away. Well, maybe at work, I was saying work is kind of different. They're still like, Sir Angie. And we're like, you're almost there. You're almost there, yeah. But I mean, I do see the adjustment happening. Still a long way to go. And also when being boxed sometimes, like my joke was like, so now I'm a lesbian. So nothing against lesbianism, but I guess I'm a lesbian because I'm married to a woman and then she likes women and I'm a woman. But but why box?
I feel like people are more comfortable when they can put titles on something because it helps.
Yes.
They feel like, okay, this is...
It's easy to compartmentalize. It makes more sense if you're able to box someone or give them a title.
Right.
Diba?
But it's not one size fits all. It's like in fashion, it's custom made.
Oh, yeah.
You make your own
Yes,
fashion. So,
honey.
yeah.
You speak my language.
Right.
But it's time to break open the box. And this is the community that will do it, to break it open and evolve and grow and vibrate. Ha-ha-ya! Wrap it up. Okay. Don't blame me, she said. Wrap it up. I'd love to hear advice from our couples to our audience on how you guys keep it together. Keep it together. And for those who may be experiencing similar things, on what they should do.
Okay, well, communication is always key. Like if you're to Mitch's earlier boundaries, diba? Set your boundaries. Make sure that you're always open, and that if you're not comfortable with something, or if you want your partner to do something for you, and just always keep those channels open, because once you kind of like keep things, and then the things fester, things kind of boil underneath, right?
And I think it's also important to learn how to shut the other voices out, because everybody has an opinion. But at the end of the day, my best friend told me, and this helped so much, she said, your relationship is about your one-to-one correspondence. And at the end of the day, you create your own culture together. So that's what counts.
Thank you, Carlo and Patrick.
For me, it really starts from yourself. If you're self-aware, if you know who you are, if you are comfortable and you have accepted yourself fully, then that's the time that you can freely love someone else. Because at the end of the day, if you
can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
It's so simple, right?
It's very simple because it starts with you. And once you know who you are as a person, and like there's no pressure in finding who you are as a person, it's a process and you have to embrace it. It's not a race. But once you find who you are as a person, it's gonna be more smooth sailing. But don't be scared. Even if you think you still don't know where you are as a person, you'll get there, and just embrace the process and enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for our panel today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca, Quark, Patrick, Carlo. Thank you so much.
so
That
much,
was
Joey.
brilliant. Hashtag FreeToLove.
Thanks, Joey.
FreeToLove.
Thank you, audience. You guys are amazing. Can I have you at all my hosting gigs? Please. Thank you so much. We love you. Thank you for having us and listening to our dialogue. Thank you.